I got in touch with the official tanning sponsors for my show, and I am just about to book my tan. And these are actually the things that I'm kind of nervous about, because I just have no idea like what to do for tanning. I'm gonna have to ask Rachel. Like, I know you have to exfoliate like a couple of days before, you have to shave your body. I don't know if I'll shave or use V. Like, should I test that in case I get a reaction? Like, I don't know, but they sent me this kind of form here, and I think I am gonna go with the Base and Stage Ready package. So that is basically when you get tanned the night before, you let it like set overnight, and then you go back in the morning, which is the morning of the show, for a top up. And that is €65. But yeah, welcome to the vlog, everyone. And I have had quite a productive morning so far. So I weighed myself this morning.
Where's the wisdom? Where's the flight? Where you heading?
I did a physique update.
Doing my best, that's the nexus. Texting my ex like you get this. Tore down my defenses. Broke the walls, broke the fences. Open walls, open-ended. Where's the sit in that poison?
I took my fat burning supplement, which I will be talking about a little bit later. I went to the gym and did my cardio. And I had my first meal of the day, which is that egg and ham muffin thingy thing I make. And I actually want to talk about my weight really quickly, because it hasn't been something, or I haven't addressed it in the last few videos. So if you watch my summer shredding series, you will know that previously I weighed myself every single day, and then at the end of the week I calculated my average weight for the week, and yeah, that was my weight for the week. But moving forward, I am still going to do the average weight thing, but I'm not weighing myself every single day, because I feel like at this stage of prep, the weighing scales can get very psychological and you can get very invested in them numbers. So that is something that I do not want to happen. But anyway, this is what my weight log is currently looking like. So I came back from holidays and I averaged 71.8 kg, and I went away at 73.8 kg. So I'm 2 kg lighter, or I was 2 kg lighter after my holidays, which is just insane. I still can't get over that. And if you compare that to week 1 of my cut all the way back a few months ago, I was 78.4 kg. So I have lost a significant amount of weight since then. But yeah, you'll see that since coming back from holidays, the scales has been moving quite slow. So I lost 0.3 kg there. I lost nothing last week, and this week, who knows, I might be down a little bit. So yeah, I have no issues with the scales moving slowly, and I actually wanted to move slowly at this stage because I do not have much more fat to lose. And if it was to, you know, keep moving really quickly, I feel like it would begin to have a negative effect on my physique, and I'd start losing muscle, I'd start losing size, and I just look skinny as opposed to like lean and muscular, and that's obviously not what you want to look like on stage. So yeah, I wanted to move slowly, but I do not want it to stall just yet. Like, I feel like I do have a little bit more fat to lose. And yeah, since it came to a complete stall last week, I have slightly dropped my calories this week. So last week I was consuming 2,200 calories per day, and this week I have dropped them to 2,100 calories, which is actually fine so far. I have this really weird, like, obsession with the sound of food. This is really weird, but I honestly get such satisfaction out of, like, watching a video, and when someone, like, crunches into, like, a piece of toast, you know that crunch sound? I love that crunch sound. And there's this guy actually on Instagram, I think his name is The Belt Sander, and he puts up these food videos, and the sound of some of them is just so good. Let me actually show you what I mean. Alright, wait for it. Oh, it's the sound. I wonder if there's like a word for that, like being obsessed with the sound of food. I bet you there is. If you watched my last video, you would know that I am now an avid consumer of jelly, and I actually came across these jelly sachets that are even better than the pots. So yeah, this is what I am talking about. You get like 11.5 grams of powder in each sachet. You put it in a bowl, mix it with boiling water, allow it to set or allow it to cool down, I should say, and then put it in the fridge. And this is like a really, really big bowl, and in the whole thing, there is only 8 calories in that whole thing. So yeah, the sachets, they're probably not as nice as the pots. Like, I think the sachets lack a little bit of flavor, but you get so much more in the sachets for less calories. Like, the pots contain 9 calories, and there's a lot more in this bowl, and there's only 8 calories in that bowl. So yeah, it is what it is, as they say. Okay, I'm just about to go to the gym, getting my Monster in nice and early to give the caffeine a chance to kick in. And I'm just about to take my supplements, so I want to take you through what I am taking. I'll start with the fat burner because that's probably what everybody wants to know about. So before I actually do start with that, I do want to say that, you know, if your goal is to lose fat, you need to be in a calorie deficit. And if you are not in a calorie deficit, then no supplement in the world is going to help you lose fat. So just keep that in mind. And yeah, the fat burner supplement that I got last week is called Yohimbine HCl. And Yohimbine might be a good supplement to take if you are extremely lean, but you cannot seem to shift, you know, that last bit of body fat from a certain area. So it might be below your chest, it might be your waist, it might be whatever. And that is because Yohimbine basically can change the cell formation of these stubborn fat tissues to help accelerate fat loss in that area. So yeah, I am taking 15 milligrams of this when I wake up every single morning, and the reason that I'm doing that is because it seems to be most effective when you are in a fasted state. And if you're watching this now and you're like, okay, I'm definitely gonna order Yohimbine, like, I actually do not want you to do that, because the vast majority of people, well, you can do what you want obviously, but the vast majority of people do not need to take Yohimbine. And if I wasn't competing in like 6.5 weeks time, I wouldn't even consider taking this supplement, because the effects or the difference it's gonna make is very, very minimal, if any at all. And when it comes to getting shredded, like things like calories and protein are just so much more important. They're all you really mainly need to focus on if your goal is to get shredded. And something like this is only kind of even worth investing in if you're ticking all the other boxes, or if you're competing or something like that. But if you're not, then I literally just would not worry about it. And then I will quickly run you through the other supplements that I take. So I take 5 grams of creatine every single day. I take about 6 to 8 grams of citrulline malate before a workout, because it helps improve blood flow and it helps reduce fatigue. I take about 4 to 6 grams of beta alanine every single day, because that can help reduce fatigue during a workout as well. And then onto my like general health supplements, I have some vitamin D3. I'm vegan now, by the way. I have some omega-3s, and I also have a multivitamin that I take every single day. But yeah, that concludes today's supplement lesson, brought to you by J Clark Fitness. And yeah, let's go work out. Yo everyone, what is going on? I wanted to start this voiceover on an upbeat level, because in the last voiceover I honestly sounded so depressed. But I hope you're enjoying the video so far, and if you are, please do give it a thumbs up, because it does help a lot. And in this voiceover, I actually wanted to touch on a question I got the other day on Instagram, and it was something like, is it possible for everyone to look like you, or is it all genetics, or something along those lines? And to be honest, I was actually a bit shocked at this question at first, because, you know, although I know I have a really good physique, I didn't think it was at the stage where people thought it was because, you know, I have really gifted genetics. So that's definitely a compliment, I suppose. But yeah, I want to say that, like, achieving a great physique is definitely not down to genetics. And I actually personally do not have great genetics. Like, they are good, they're definitely not shit, but they're not freak genetics or anything like that. And I also think that genetics is something that the vast majority of people shouldn't really spend much time thinking about. Like, it's definitely going to separate the best from the best on a pro bodybuilding stage and things like that. But in terms of just, you know, growing muscle or getting shredded, you know, we can do all of that with consistency, and consistency is something that I personally do have a lot of. So I have been training consistently since I was about 17 years old, and I actually started training a couple of years before that, but 17, I was in 5th year, I think, is when I really started to gain, you know, some momentum. And in that space of time, as in between then and now, I haven't really taken any like prolonged period off the gym, or fell off the bandwagon or anything like that. So, you know, it's been 7 years of just getting there multiple times per week for the most part. And then in terms of nutrition, I started tracking my calories and macros when I was about 18 years old. So that is 6 years of remaining on top of that aspect of things. And again, there's been no extended periods, maybe apart from obviously like a couple of lads holidays. I went interrailing for 3 weeks when I was in first or second year of college. Holidays with Rachel in Thailand, you know, they were the times where I would have been a little bit more flexible with my calories and macros. But for the most part over the last 6 years, there hasn't really been many days where I haven't been hitting my targets each and every day. And I'm not telling you all of this because I'm like, oh my god, look at me, I'm such a legend or anything like that. It's more just to show you that consistency and hard work is the name of the game when it comes to your physique. And you know, you have the power to achieve a top physique even if your genetics aren't great, you know, just like me. So yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to say on that topic, and I'm gonna leave the voice over there. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next clip. Okay, I am back in the crib. As I said in my last video, genuinely one of the cringiest things I have ever said. After a good pull session, I have to say, like, prep is so weird. Yesterday was shit. I felt pretty awful yesterday. Didn't have a good push session really, but today like is pretty much the opposite. Woke up feeling great, had a good session. Prep is just so unpredictable. You just need to like roll with it kind of. But I am just cooking up my post-workout meal. So this is what is on the pan at the moment, and I am very much looking forward to it. So it is a bag of vegetable and chicken fajita mix from Aldi. Calories and macros in this are absolutely unreal. If you follow me on Instagram, you will know that I have it quite often, and I am going to combine it with a bag of this Mediterranean inspired cauliflower rice, also from Aldi. Only 102 calories per bag, so a good way to kind of bulk up this. We are good to go. 556 calories and 51 grams of protein in total, and absolutely delicious. Okay, so it is a 9:15 and I am just about to have my porridge meal. Yes, but I actually want to check on my big bowl of jelly because I actually have that at night. So do you know the way earlier I said that I reduced my calories from 2,200 calories per day to 2,100 calories per day? Well, that decrease has pretty much come from my snacks. Now, my snack last week was approximately 400 calories every night, but this week it is only about 300 calories. But at night I am having that bowl of jelly. So even though, you know, I have reduced my nighttime calories and my nighttime snack, it still feels like I have a big snack because I have a big bowl of jelly. So yeah, pretty much just doing everything I can to make it feel like I am not on a diet. But yeah, it looks like it is good to go. Jelly is just so weird, like, so weird. I'll actually leave you with a taste test. Okay. It's just not as nice as the pots, but the fact that the bowl is like the size of my head kind of makes up for that. But yeah, I'm gonna leave the video there. We are 6.5 weeks out, which is crazy, and shit is starting to get really real. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you're enjoying all the videos so far, and if you enjoyed this one in particular, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, because there will be a new one coming next week. So thank you for watching, and I will see you then.
God's in a verse. We destroy what we love. We destroy, it's a curse. I don't know a lot. I don't know, I'm lost. Things that I forgot.